It's Leah here from Kubota of Lynchburg, and today we're out in the field, almost literally, with one of our customers, Terry, and he's going to tell us a little bit about how he uses his tractor and makes these mini bales of hay you see behind us. So to start, tell us about your farm and what you guys do here.
Well, we're Harmony Springs Family Farm, and we've been at this location for about 3.5 years. We moved here 3.5 years ago, May 2021. Before that, we had 5 acres down in Franklin County, out in Callaway. And before I ever owned a tractor, which is great. And we actually raise our chickens here, get fresh chicken eggs for breakfast every morning. We breed corgi dogs. We also breed Nigerian dwarf goats. And then we also have some pet animals as well as like sheep, a nice horse named Charlotte, and lots of indoor critters too. Cats, fish, aquariums, shrimp, plants. We have nursery, yeah, just about everything. So yeah, if it's living, we're taking care of it. And then my favorite thing is making hay. I absolutely love making hay.
So tell us about your newer tractor, kind of where you started to where you got to be, and why you chose Kubota.
Okay. Can I grab something real fast?
Yeah, go for it. So you brought your original baler.
Yep.
To show us. This is how you were doing things pre-tractor?
Pre-tractor. We used to brush cut. I'd brush cut with a brush cut. We'd hand rake it. And we'd hand bale it with my 2 daughters and my wife. And we would spend 8 to 10 hours a day hand baling bales that we used to sell for $3 a piece. And that's how it all started making hay.
I mean, I guess
and we started that about 12, 13 years ago.
It's effective.
Yeah, it works great. Yeah.
There are easier ways to do things.
This is way better. Yes, correct. Yeah. And then I met you all about 3.5 years ago. And I started with a BX2680. And I used to run all my equipment with a BX2680, but with our slopes and our hills and equipment, I was just concerned it was going to be a little kind of rough on the transmission and also the gear ratio and stuff. So I upsized to this LX2610 about 1.5 years ago with you all, and just love it.
You said you've tried other brands of tractors. What made you choose Kubota over the other guys?
It started when I used to work for Southwest Airlines about 30 years ago, and 30 pounds lighter. And I worked at Los Angeles International Airport, and we had these tractor tugs that pulled all the luggage. And they're all made by Kubota, and they're Kubota diesels. And no matter what you did to them, you couldn't break them. They were practically indestructible. So when we got into farming, I tried John Deere, no offense to anybody, Massey Ferguson, Mahindra, Yanmar, and some of the others. But Kubota, it just was the strongest. Everything's still made of metal. The quality's fantastic. And 2, it has the best bucket of any tractor, the functionality of the bucket. And it never breaks down.
Never breaks down?
Never breaks down. Love it. I know you're not supposed to, I love my tractor.
So why mini bales of hay?
Mini bales of hay because we used to buy a lot of hay. And what we learned is a lot of times when you met farmers, you either had the big round bales and we didn't have a tractor to use them. We could only fit maybe one in the back of a pickup truck and they're really hard to manage. And then we did square bales and we would spend $1,500, a couple $1,000s a year or more on hay every year. And it was hard to find good quality hay. And I'd always dreamed of making hay. And so when I researched it, we have a lot of customers for rabbits. They buy 1 bale at a time or 5 bales or things like that. And I can make these anywhere from about 35 to 70 pounds. So they're manageable for everybody. And the awesome thing about it is too, wherever you take these bales of hay, if people can't pick them up, you can just roll them.
That makes sense.
And then the nice thing is like a large round bale, they unroll. So if they do get moisture on them, it only affects the outside, whereas a square bale acts like a sponge and soaks the whole thing up and rots. Only outside, and that's it.
Never would have known that.
And it's super fun.
They are really cool.
Yeah.
I know that people are going to ask in the comments, where did you get your mini baler? Who's it by?
Oh, okay. It's a Farm Max made by Redlands from India, but Matt Styron from Styron Ag, and he's right out of North Carolina, right outside Rocky Mount, North Carolina. And but you all were nice enough to have it delivered there and put it together for me.
That helps.
But yeah, just out of North Carolina. Oh, it totally helps. So, and you guys put together my rake, and I got all my attachments from you guys, other than the mini bale. That's the only thing I'm gonna get from you.
And now we got to talk about us for a minute.
Oh, we'll talk about what you want.
What made you choose Kubota of Lynchburg as your dealer?
Well, 1, Kubota is my favorite tractor. But 2, you were the only dealership that wouldn't judge me starting smaller and working my way up, and actually helped me with the BX. And then when I transitioned to the LX, you gave me a fantastic trade on that in value. You service my equipment. You do what you tell me you're going to do. You're always available. And the biggest thing, though, is your kindness. And you're always nice to me. And you never treated me like somebody I didn't know what I was doing. Because I have experienced that at other tractor dealerships and getting started. Sometimes there's like, it feels like a club, and if you don't know what you're doing, but it's like I always ask, well, how do you learn?
Mm-hmm.
So I dealt with that a lot too.
That is the goal of our dealership and this YouTube channel. So
yeah.
glad to know that it pays off.
Oh, it's awesome. Love it.